What's going on, y'all? It's the Man in Black here. Sort of a phosphorescent panel style vlog. I know I haven't done an episode in a while. Believe me, that's not intentional. In May, I started scripting this episode. Not scripting, outlining per se. And then I got caught up with a lot of stuff at work, required me to spend extra time. A lot of stuff on the site. We do not have a site designer, and we do not have somebody in charge of recruiting. That's all me. As you can imagine, that cuts into things like Phosphorescent panels was sort of designed to be my personal project. The art by me, the photoshopping by me, the title cards by me, the editing by me, the voice by me. It was designed to be the thing that I did without asking Mizio to help edit, without paying Alex Martell from the slasherscomic.com to do a title card, which I was doing for a while I could afford it. So I might try to do again a little bit. So when my time got hit, Phosphorescent Panels was the first to really show up, because it still takes me forever to deal with a video. Even Linkara mentions it's more difficult for him to make a dynamic comic review than a movie review. And this is somebody who does a comic review a week. I actually recently downloaded Microsoft Picture Story, and I haven't used it yet. I will be using it on this episode whenever I finish it. These two episodes, the next two episodes, were designed to be 4 episodes. They were supposed to be an arc, a secret origin month leading up to the Green Lantern movie, which was released a month ago, maybe. So yeah, that's how long I've been putting the series on hold, completely unintentionally. Season 1 is definitely going to be shorter than intended. Hopefully the quality will be a lot better. I personally, I don't know what anybody else feels, but I feel the most recent episode was a big step forward. It was a longer episode, which I'm kind of iffy about that, because I do like the fact that these were rather short, but it's a longer episode. It's fairly in-depth. It gets a little bit of a plot going. It doesn't interfere with the story, but it gives you a hint of what's to come. And with something like Secret Origins coming up, Emerald Dawn and Secret Origins. Oh, I was in the other room. I'm not alone. But that gives you a fair idea what to expect. Otherwise, comic news. Sorry, I had to stick an edit in there. Extra work for me, yay. DC Comics is doing their 52 reboots in September. Points of note for anybody who's not reading up on the news. Superman is down to, I think, 3 titles now. I mean, there's Superboy and Supergirl, Justice League Titans, those. I'm not really counting those. But they've got, Action Comics, Man of Steel, or Tomorrow, whichever one it is. There might be one more Superman title. It's definitely not the 5 Superman comic titles I grew up with. Batman, on the other hand, not counting Batwoman, not counting Batgirl, not counting Robin, not counting, Batwing and any of that, has, I think, 5 or 6 titles. So you can tell Batman's on his way up. Love him or hate him, Grant Morrison is partially to blame for that. Christopher Nolan, obviously, definitely a big part of that. I don't know how many comic titles they had after the Schumacher movies, but I'm sure it dropped. Nolan bringing it up. That's really all I have to say about those in particular. I'm kind of wondering how they're rebooting Batman, but they're going to be bringing Batman Inc. back later. So I'm really not sure how that's supposed to work. Barbara Gordon, who is being brought back from from being in a wheelchair for 20 years to being Batgirl again. Other than the obvious questions about what about the other Batgirls they could have chosen, other than those questions, I'm curious how they're going to do this. Is this going to be a case of, you know, Flashpoint punches time and it's like she never was in a wheelchair? Because that would be ridiculous. If this is going to be a case of, you know, a believable transformation, some character development, well, all for it. A new Oracle would be cool, I think, if they pull it off right. It could be done terribly, obviously. What else did I need to cover? I think Superman looks stupid. It looks like late 90s. Everything late 90s looks stupid. Enough said. Anything else on those? I think that's it on those. Of course, Green Lantern, which is really the only thing I have the right to comment on. I think, well, the only thing I have any credentials to back up my opinion on. It seems to be just a continuation. Volume 5 being part of Volume 4. So, in other words, it's really no different than Green Lantern's been. I mean, the current Green Lantern has only been going on for about 5-6 years. I'm not even sure how many issues it's reached, but less than 100. You know, I remember those big number 100 specials. They seem to be afraid of that now. I mean, there's been Green Lantern Corps started in that, which is part of the reboot. Ion started and finished. Emerald Warriors with Guy Gardner started and I guess is going to finish. And it's going to be Green Lantern, Red Lantern, Green Lantern Corps, and the New Guardians, which is not going to feature Hal. So I'm kind of curious about that development, because usually when you get a New Guardians type thing in, Hal has to do with it. I guess Jeff Johns really wants to make Hal into the everyman, even though there's a lot of us who want to just see him back as the pre-crisis Hal. So we'll see how that turns out. I think that's about it for this vlog. Yeah, that's about it. Man in Black out.